read this really fascinating essay about Emily Ratajkowski in reaction to her viral essay, Buying Myself Back, which you might have seen circulating the internet last year, or actually it was 2020. Wow, time has lost all meaning. Anyways, in this essay by Haley Nauman, it asks the question, is Emily Ratajkowski the type of figure that we should consider as she is perhaps emblematic of a larger societal and cultural trend? Which is to claim that you are subverting a sexist, misogynist, heteropatriarchal system by participating in it and getting capital for yourself, thereby situating yourself higher up on a hierarchy that is still exploitative. I think these types of questions are super fascinating, and I think that Haley Nauman explores them in an incredibly self-aware way. One of the things that I really appreciated is that she noted this trend where celebrities, by way of revealing personal anecdotes, will just completely make clear how outside of the class context and class consciousness they've become due to their wealth and power, and how often there's a very myopic honing in on just the self and not really considering the implications of one's actions on people outside of the self. The essay questions this idea that every action by a woman is inherently feminist because a woman has made it, and instead asks, just because something is personally empowering for the individual does not mean that it doesn't cause harm to the collective, whereby, we hear many stories about teen girls especially having eating disorders from seeing all these bikini-clad models. So while it might be empowering to Emily Ratajkowski to take back and commodify her body in such a way for money, capital, and fame, the effect that it might have on other people, since the photos are incredibly staged and put forward an impossible beauty standard, could be having a negative effect on the collective. Thinking about intent versus impact. Here she says, of course the photos she shares never show her naked in a casual way, say hunched over a table or cooking, but rather always taut, tan, posed, cropped, and filtered, betraying a different motive. I think this essay is really important because it's approaching a topic that, especially in modern liberal discourse, is one that liberals have tended to glob on to this ideology. I, of course, am a uber leftist, uber liberal, but the ideology that anything that the person who's oppressed in the system says is the best thing is just immediately the right thing. And especially with these people who are upholding systems that really feed into body insecurity, fat phobia, race hierarchy, thin privilege hierarchy, able-bodied hierarchy, we should question, just because this is what's empowering to the individual, does this make it a thing that might be causing harm in other ways? Haley Nauman says all of this way more eloquently than I can ever hope to, but I'm just trying to kind of distill the points of the article for you. But I'm really curious, what are y'all's thoughts on this?